If you are not a full-time Python developer, in this video I'm going to help you discover some of the capabilities of the print function. So before we begin, I'm going to declare three variables. One of them is a number and the other two are strings. If you aren't a full-time Python programmer, you would probably try to add these together, and when you do that, Python's going to say, hey, we cannot add a number and a string together because the plus operator for a number adds the values together and the plus operator for strings concatenates the strings. So one thing you could do here is just use commas to separate the parameters, and there you have 8 o'clock being displayed as a single line of text. Another example is where we have colors. And when you display that, you get red, green and blue, red, blue and green just separated by spaces. So you can get the print command to use a different separator. So let's have it use a comma and a space as a separator, and there you have red, comma, blue, comma, green. You can also get the print command to add a period at the end. So add another parameter, end equals, and add a period, and a \n for a line break. Within your code, if you have a loop and you're trying to build a crude version of a progress indicator, you might have something like that. That's a loop where you're doing something in your code and you just want to print a dot so that the user knows that the loop is doing something and the program did not hang. So here the print output appears on separate lines. What we can do is change the end to an empty string, and then you see the dots being printed on a single line. And just to complete that example, that is the for loop, that is the print statement, and this is just a line break at the end. You get the idea. It's because these two are different statements and the interactive Python interpreter expects to see them to see just one statement. So let's just complete that example. That is the for loop. Within the for loop we have the periods and then an empty string so that we get a line break. And now when you run that, you see the dots for each iteration and then a line break at the end. So I guess that concludes this video, and keep watching for more Python code examples.